What is up, YouTube? Here we go, another room tour. I love giving room tours. I give multiple a year, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, man. I love giving room tours, and so I had somebody asking me a question on one of my videos, and I'm going to answer that in this video. So if you're watching, my friend, I will explain to you why and how I label my books. And yeah, this is the view from the inside, or from the doorway of my room, and as you can see, my collection is at almost 25,500. I'm just shy of that. I think I'm like 40 or 50 books shy of it, so I'm almost at 26,000 comics in my personal collection. And as you can see from this pan, almost every square inch of my room is covered with comic books, and I don't plan on stopping, and I don't know when the stopping point will be. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing you really notice as you open the door to my room is this desk area right here. I made this with short boxes. As you can see, they are these first 10 right here are the BCW Jor not they're like the housing units, and I connected them myself with zip ties. And so as you can see, the boxes are just like the Jor unit that you see, the popular ones you've seen in everybody's videos, the Jors. They slide out like that. So this unit here, basically this whole entire unit here is a Jor. I had the Jor boxes on the other side, and the BCW that I made myself. They're the housing units with short boxes in them, and I just connected the two. As you can see right here, I connected the two on the insides with zip ties. So that's how I'm able to have this desk. I don't have to worry about removing the because what I have on top is a black sheet. For a bed that we no longer have. It was from a full-size bed, and we no longer have a full-size bed. We have a king. So I use the sheet as like a cover. So it kind of looks like a desk, and that's how I made my desk. And the backside is just an extra layer of short boxes that made it a little bit higher. I like to have like a little bit of elevation to it. And the top I just use for like a shelf where I have some TIE fighters and some G.I. Joe Hiss tanks and a couple pops that I have. I only have a few. I've bought my wife a shit ton, but I only have like 3. And here's my Hiss tanks. And lately I've been listening to a band called AFI, so there's some CDs that I have. There's my little tripod and a model that my dad made me, who passed when I was 15. So he made that for me when I was like 7 or 8 years old, and I'm 40. So that model, the bottom one here, is about 40 years old. So I still have that. And this is the 18-inch wing TIE Fighter and the Blue Bomber. So yeah, so on this desk basically, and on the sides here are more short boxes. Whatever the short box, the decorated ones, whatever they're labeled, is what I have inside of them. So inside of these 2 boxes here are all my Ghost Rider books. Right here. This is the Bronze Age Johnny Blaze. I got it backwards, but it's the Bronze Age series. I have a complete Bronze Age. I have the complete series plus extras. This here, I believe, is, yeah, these are the Marvel Spotlights. And this here is the Western Silver Age run here. I have like 3 complete runs of that. I think it was like 7 issues, and I have like almost 3 complete runs. I think I'm missing like 1 or 2 to complete it. And this here is just volumes 2 and 3. Not complete. But yeah, these are all my Ghost Rider books. And down here on the side, I have a total 6 short boxes on the side. Same thing on the other side. I have 6 more on the side. So that's... I'm telling you guys, I am freaking out of fucking room. And as you come in the room and you turn right, along this whole entire wall, all these books here, all those books there, and that whole stack right there that first stack, are all my X-Men and X-Men related titles. So that means X-Force, Cable, New Mutants, any kind of miniseries, anything to do with the X-Men and X-Men related books are all here. They're all here, plus that one row right there. Okay, over here, these first 9 boxes, I know this seems crazy, but these first 9 boxes here are all Wolverine books. I have a complete Wolverine volumes 1 through 7, complete with doubles, and I am working on miniseries and one-shots. I am not complete on that, but that is something that I'm continuously working on. But these first 9 are definitely all Wolverine books. These next, that Uncanny X-Men box there, the second one up, and these 3, and actually these 5 boxes here are all my Uncanny X-Men books. That includes volumes 1, 2, and 3. 1 I have complete from 100 through 544 complete, with doubles of course, and sporadic from 1 to 99. Volumes 2 and 3 I have complete. Down there on the bottom are just, and the rest of these are just random X-Men titles. Some are complete, some are not, but that is something that I am working on, is trying to have a complete Marvel Mutant library. I'm trying to have everything complete. I know it's going to take me years to do, but it is something that I'm continuously working on, that I've, when I go to shops or eBay, I'm always searching for books that I need to complete those runs. And up top, that little thing right there is what we is a damp rid. They are like little plastic containers. You put like little salts in them, and they collect water. They're called damp rids. I have them sporadically throughout the room because I live in Florida, and during the summer the humidity gets pretty bad. So I have those throughout the room. I might add a couple more just for added protection. And on the walls, basically, are just some movie posters. I'm a big horror fan, so I have horror movie posters. Bad Moon, Spider-Man 3, Hellboy, and over here on this wall here, Friday 13th and Cabin Fever. I have almost 3,000 movies. So I collect movies, I collect comics, action figures. I used to collect something called Living Dead dolls, and I'll show you those here in a minute. I have probably about 40 or 50 of those. I might try to get rid of those at some point. Who knows? But I've gone through phases in my collecting life. I've collected different things and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so over here on my desk, I keep these. I don't know. I don't think I started it, but I know people have commented like thanks for the idea of using it. But I use old backing boards as like tools to like keep track of shit, like my books that I need or whatever. I use it for my video. How many can I hoard 2020 challenge? I'm sure you guys have seen that video. But what I do is, here's my 2020 want list. I've already completed some runs. I'm working on Uncanny X-Men 1 through 99, Tomb of Dracula, Werewolf by Night, Weird War, and GI Combat. And these are the list here. See, like, here are some lists. I keep track of all the books I need for all the mutant titles, and they're all written down here. So you can see when I get them, I make a video for it, and I mark them off my list. So that's what I use. I kind of recycle my old backing boards. And then when I do, once I complete something, I put it in with the collection. Just like a little memory thing or whatever. Here is an original comic or Wolverine blank sketch that I had sent around to a few guys in the community. I might try to start sending it back out again once this whole pandemic thing's over. And I just asked them to draw a head sketch or whatever of Wolverine. Because Wolverine's my favorite character. And I thought it'd be something kind of cool to have from some of my good friends on YouTube. To draw a little sketch for me. Something that I can keep and have for myself. And of course, there's Miss Haley. She's going to her usual spot, which is a little blankie over there in the corner. In here, these two BCW little holder boxes is all my Handsy collection. I collect the Handsy comic book. I have like 24 copies, and if you guys don't know what Handsy is, it's a Christian comic. It's got a very controversial cover, but it is a Christian comic book. But it's got the swastika on it. So it's called Handsy. the girl who loved the swastika, but it is a Christian comic book. It's made by Spire Comics, as you can see right there. Spire Christian Comics. And it was only given out in churches to kids to, I guess, teach them about, you know, the evils of the earth or whatever. But I have 24 copies. I've given away like 4 or 5 throughout my YouTube career. And so I would have had a total of 30, but I have 5 or 24. And that's something that I'm working on, and I don't know when the stopping point for that will be. Probably never. I'll collect them as long as I can get them for cheap. I used to be able to get them on eBay. The first 5 or 6 that I found on eBay, I got for like $5, $6 each. There was one that I got for $1. But once I started showing on my video, I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but they started gaining popularity, and now they're anywhere from $60 to $100 to $200, $300, and it's hard to find them cheap. So when I do find them for cheap, I usually snag them up and just put them in my collection. Here are some books I need to file away, but I'm going to do a video. I got more coming. I got like 30 more coming in the mail. I know it's crazy. But I am addicted to these cosplay covers. Mainly the Red Sonja and the Vampirilla. So here I have about 15 that I've gotten in the mail that I need to make a video on. But I got a bunch, like I said, I got like 30 coming in the mail this week. So I'm waiting until I get them all in the mail and I'm going to do a video. But I am addicted to these cosplay covers. I don't know why. It flipped in my brain one day. And I went on eBay and I bought 14 on eBay one night. And I ordered a bunch more, so they're coming. These here are coloring books from when I was a kid. My dad bought these for me. So I put them in magazine bags. But this is something to keep, to show that. And these came out in 1977. So when I was 7 years old, I was kind of interested in comics and superheroes and sci-fi and stuff like that. So, and I even have a Sesame Street one. But I keep those on my desk just to kind of, it's kind of cool to know that those are almost as old as me and I still have them. So, and of course I've colored in them. Here is my comic book survivor kit. And here I have index cards, painter's tape, packing tape. I have my label maker, pens, markers, whatever, anything I need to help me with my collection. I have a little black book. Yes, I do have a little black book that I keep addresses of all my YouTube friends in case I want to send them AOKs or whatever. I keep that in here. Over here on this side here, as you can see, there are another 6 short boxes. But in these 2 short boxes here, which I need to condense down and reorganize, are all my current books that I collect for Marvel. I keep them in here. So all my monthly titles that I get, or weekly titles I get from Marvel, I keep in here. Like here's Venom, you know, just my weekly titles. Savage Avengers, here's my Amazing Spider-Man. So I keep them in here, both of these. And like I said, here are more books. This here is just overflow. I need to organize and send away or file in their boxes. It's mainly books that I got from dollar sales or whatever. Okay, as of right here, right here are the books on my 2020 want list. I keep them in a separate box just to show my progress on what I'm collecting. But here's Werewolf by Night, and these are mainly the horror books that I'm collecting. Creatures on the Loose. This is not on my 2020 list, but it is a title that I am actively collecting. Dead of Night is another one. I'm really big into horror, so I like horror comics. Adventure into Fear. I only need one book to complete that little... the Morbius, War is Hell, and of course, Tomb of Dracula is a run that I really want to complete. Here is my 2020 How Many Can I Hoard box, and these are the titles that I'm collecting. I'm trying to see how many of these books I can get. They're all Image titles, like Cyberforce #1, which is the first appearance of Cyberforce. I've got Youngblood #4, which is the first appearance of Pitt. And here is my Pitt #1s. And then back here is, what is this one? Oh, Deathmate Black, which is the first appearance of Gen 13. I'm trying to see how many of these I can get total in a year, which I think is kind of, you know, it's a fun thing for me to do. Just find it on eBay, flea markets, or dollar bins at shops, or Tampa Comic Con's coming up in a few months. So I'm going to see how many I can hoard up on that for the year. Just a fun little challenge for me, and it's all first appearances, so it's kind of cool to have multiple of those. And over here, mainly, these are all my Marvel books up to about right here. That stack right there. So over here, all the way over, is all my Marvel titles. And down here, all these are Marvel. These are all my Avenger-based books, like Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man, Avengers, Thor. Those are all my Avenger-based books. The other side, I'll show you, is mainly my Spider-Man and miniseries. But these are all my other Marvel books. So from that stack there, all the way back, and then all the way over there on that wall there, are all my independent books. So Image, anything independent is on this wall here, and that far back wall. And all these books here on this far wall here are all my DC books. Okay, so over here in this here is all my DC books that I collect monthly. These two are back here are mini-series that I collect. This here, the two main titles I collect monthly for DC are Batman and Detective. So here's my Detective run. I have it since the beginning, the new, the Rebirth, and the Batman. I have the whole thing from Rebirth, and that includes the variants and all that stuff. So Batman and Detective are my only two books at DC that I collect fully, and I collect mini-series as well. Back here is my Crow poster, movie poster. And in Tampa, me and my wife, every year we go to something called Hallow Scream at Busch Gardens. They turn the park at night into like they turn the theme park into something horror related. One year it was Cursed, one year it was Zombies. It's just every year they have a different theme, and they have a bunch of haunted houses scattered throughout the park. So what I do is I get a map and I keep our tickets. Like here's last year's tickets. I just need to get another frame. Here's the map from this past year. But we go every year, once a year, and yeah, it's fun. It's pretty cool. It's from like 7 at night till like 1 in the morning, and the whole theme park is like zombies or whatever. So something really fun that we do, and we go every single year. Okay, like I said, over here are all my DC books. Or, I mean, these are all my independent books here. And here's Miss Haley's little corner. She's got a little blanket, and she just lays down here and sleeps while I'm in my room. These here are all... I'm getting so many books, guys. Sorry about that. So these here, these 4 boxes here, or these 3 boxes here are all just overflow books that I need to file. This little short box and this long box is my entire Conan the Barbarian run. It's a run that I just finished this year, which I'm super excited about. I completed my entire Conan the Barbarian run, which is awesome, and I'm glad I did. So this short box and this long box are all the entire run and extras. So, like I said, these 3 boxes are just overflow that I need to put into either DC, Marvel, or independent and file them with where they need to go. Here's my little stand-up fan, my 47-inch TV, and my cable box. I have an Xbox 360 down there that's not hooked up. I don't really play video games as much anymore, but yeah, I have that. Here's my laptop. I just need to get a new webcam because the webcam on that is broke, so I had to buy me a new one. Down there are all my Marvel Legend figures, and the only thing I really collect in Marvel Legend is Wolverine and some random characters that I like Punisher. I have one of Punisher, Thanos, and my Hulk 181s. I have 2. Hulk is my my favorite character, and I have a graded copy, and I have a raw copy. So I have 2 of those, and there's just some X-Men Essentials and some banks, some more Marvel Legends. There's a cool little thing I got from Tampa Comic Con last year. My Millennium Falcon and my Darth Vader. Like I said, these are all some independent books. And on this back side, Miss Haley, she needs some loving. These are all the drawer boxes. And as you can see, most of them are all Spider-Man related. And I think the last 4 down here on the bottom are a Marvel miniseries. So I do have a pretty good size. Well, not all of them. Let's see what we got here. We got Deadpool. Then we got Captain Marvel. The original Captain Marvel, not the fake DC one. Ha. I know I'm going to piss people off with that. But I have a complete run of Captain Marvel with extras. Defenders. I have a complete Defenders run. In Nova, I have a complete Nova, and then these are all Spider-Man. So, yeah, that's that. Let me see what else. Oh, and I hang up Marvel Universe figures on my wall. I thought it's cool. There's some Batman stamps and a couple Batman Hot Wheels. And there's my Stan Lee Spider-Man poster. And I have just a bunch of prints on the wall that I've gotten over the years. There's a Toys R Us exclusive for the Kylo Ren action figure when it came out. One of my friends at work got that for me. I have blackout curtains, so it is completely black in here, even during the day. And I just have a bunch of prints on my wall that I've gotten over the years from Tampa Comic Con. So those are those. Yeah. And here's my closet. It is a fucking mess in there, guys. It's something that I'm working on. There's my graded books. I have 2 boxes full of graded books. And down here, I have 3 magazine boxes. And these are all my magazine books. There's one there. And then there's 2 down there. I collect Savage Sword of Conan and stuff like that. So those are all in there. Back there, deep in the closet, is just a mess of crap. And up here, up the top, is my Living Dead doll collection that I told you that I have. I have like probably close to 50 of them. They are 4 deep, and I got all these stacks living in on top. It was a little phase I was into when I was big into getting horror movies. At the same time, I was big into getting these Living Dead dolls. They're kind of cool to put out around Halloween, but yeah, so I collect those. My wife did at one time collect these cool little belt buckles. She likes collecting the belt buckles from each state, so each belt buckle is like a license plate for a state, and she has a bunch of them here. She doesn't really collect them anymore, but that's when we first started dating. She was hunting these down. There was a shop in Tampa that would order them in for her, and she would go get them. So I figured I'd put them on display, something to give her a little something for the room. But yeah, those are. And we both competed in sport. I played soccer and she played softball. And we both kept a trophy from our childhood. And small one's mine and the big one's hers. She played softball, Little League, through up to high school. And then she's also a 3rd degree black belt. Which is pretty cool because my wife can kick my ass. But that's basically my room. Back there in the corner, as you can see, there's 2 big stacks of nothing but video games. And those are all PS2, PS1, Xbox, Dreamcast, you name it. But I have 2 big, huge stacks of video games. But yeah, here's all my independent. And here is my monthly independent books, so I keep those in here. Oh, so somebody had asked me about the blue tape on the top of my boxes. Okay, so the blue tape on the top, in the middle. Okay, I have a little thing here that it shows you how I keep track of my books. So if I take out a book and I'll show you. As you see, this Batman book has a blue tape in the center, which signifies that it is a key book. Okay? Now, if I had a piece of blue tape on the far right, that would mean it was signed. Okay? And one on the far left, like that, would mean it's an A-OK or something that I won in a contest. Because I like to keep track of gifts that my friends send me or books that I win in contests. And what I do is I have a book, and I keep track of all my A-OKs that my friends send me. And this is one way for me to mark my comics so that when I'm going through my collection, I am not done marking all my books. So I know you see some, you see some of them don't. It is a process that I'm slowly working on, but if I see anything in the center, that way I know it's a key book. Okay? If I see it on the far right, that means it's signed. And then over here it would signify that it is a let me see here if I got one of my X-Men books. Yeah, see how this book here has one on the far left? That means this book here was an A-OK that I got from somebody. So that's how I mark my books. And yeah, this is a room tour, guys, the coronavirus edition. I'll give you a quick pan of my room. But this is my little room. This is my little area. There's another damp rid. As you can see, it is getting completely full, and I'm running out of room, so I don't really know what to do. But I hate going 4 high on boxes. I think after 4 high, the bottom box starts getting unstable. So what I have to do is I every other month, every 3 months, I rotate the boxes. So I put the bottom one on the top, and then the second one becomes the bottom, the top one becomes the second, you know, so forth. That way, the box doesn't get too much strain on it, and I kind of rotate them out. But yeah, this, like I said, this is my room. Hope you guys enjoy it. I do multiple room tours a year. I'm always changing up my room. I'm always changing the way it looks. I'm always redecorating or moving my boxes around. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's the Junkie, and I am out. Any questions, comments, anything you want to see in my collection, let me know, and I will make videos for it. Long video, but I don't care. It's Junkie, and I'm out. Peace.